the game is just engaging and provides a lot of hours of entertainment. That's it. Man, what? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to MavAttack. We're talking about E3 2016. As some of you guys may know, I am going there thanks to the channel, thanks to all you guys' support, the donations. We are going to be at E3 2016 is going down. But before we head on down to Los Angeles, California, I wanted to talk about some things that I'm looking forward to, some things that I'm hoping shows up at E3, some things I'm trying to expect when I get down there, and just a few things all leading up to E3. So what is E3? A lot of people don't even know what E3 is, and they watch gaming videos or they're gamers and don't even know. E3 is like the Super Bowl of video games. It is the #1 industry event where all the big wigs come out, and even a lot of the smaller companies come out, and publishers and developers, they come out and they reveal what their up-and-coming games are for the next quarters or the next year or whatever projects they're working on in the future. So E3 is a big expo where people can come and show what they have on their lineup coming down the road in the future. Now, E3 the past few years has gotten a little worse than it's been, with a lot of companies dropping out or not even trying to make an appearance or scheduling anything for E3 to begin with. Some people doing online stuff like Nintendo or EA this year is actually doing an off-site thing. They're gonna be at like another place instead of the expo, so they'll still be around showing off some stuff, showing off some games, but they won't actually do a presentation like other companies are this year. But in short, E3 is a big industry media event where you go and you learn about games and you see what the new hot games are, you know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna transition into some of the bigger companies, what I expect that they'll be showing at E3. A lot of this is just speculation in my head, and just from facts online that have kind of alluded to some of this stuff happening. So let's start with Nintendo. Sorry. I'm so sorry. So let's officially start with Microsoft. Microsoft have had a few leaks online and a few little details kind of making us assume that they're going to try to do some sort of Xbox 1.5, or this could possibly be like an Xbox One Slim. Either way, some new hardware we know is going to come from Xbox and Microsoft over there. I'm not sure whether it's gonna try to be like the PlayStation 4 the PlayStation Neo, the chosen one. I don't know if it's gonna try to be like the PlayStation 4.5 or if it's gonna try to do its own thing. We don't know. We'll have to wait until the press conference to see what happens then. Now let's move over to Sony, with obviously the PlayStation Neo, PlayStation 4.5, more details. Maybe we'll see a reveal of that. Maybe we'll see some games running on that hardware. Maybe we'll see something that will reinforce wanting to purchase a PlayStation 4.5 and not just saying fuck a PlayStation in general and building a gaming PC for yourself. I mean, what's the point when you have a PlayStation 4 or a gaming PC? I guess they're trying to bridge the gap or give you a middle ground, something that can run better game. I don't know what direction they're taking this PlayStation Neo. I don't know what the 4.5 is going to bring or what their agenda is for this new console, but I'm assuming they're going to bring some of that hardware information to the Sony press conference, and also more PlayStation VR. And aside from the PlayStation virtual reality that I'm hoping to see there, I want to know about more of the games that they'll be bringing to the table with some VR, because a lot of the games that I've seen for VR, or at least the impressions and the hands-on that I've seen, they don't really give VR a reason to be around. Some of it is more immersive than others, but I noticed that the games that are being developed for PlayStation VR, for example, are games like what is it, like working home from, there'll be gameplay on the screen, stuff like this, where I don't really see PlayStation VR being a big important factor in the gameplay mechanics. Hopefully once I get down there we'll see tons of that, because the VR is making a big push this year, but you never know. But PlayStation do have a few more things coming down the road, and same with Microsoft. I don't know if we're gonna see a Microsoft VR, or is it the Microsoft HoloLens shit. Is it HoloLens? The stuff where you get a 3D kind of render image of the environment. They did like a Minecraft stage presentation where you could like look around the I don't know what kind of gimmicks people are gonna come up with, or if the VR is actually gonna work or not. Like I said, I'm still skeptical, and I will need to be down there in person and see some of this stuff happening in real time to really understand the magic of it. But those are just some of the things I'm looking forward to as far as the bigger companies go, and also EA. They won't be making an appearance this year, but they will have, like I said, the off-site stations, which is like EA Access, I think is what it's called, and you can actually head down there and get your hands on Battlefield 1 and, you know, I think Titanfall 2 maybe they were talking about. I'm not 100%. But you can go down there and play these games early and get EA access to some of this earlier stuff. So instead of a press conference, they're doing like a soft launch, like a soft release or a soft hands-on thing that you can actually go down and check out. So I will try to finesse my way into there. Slide through that line like, what's up? Now transitioning into the bigger games that I want to see. Some games that I want to know more details about, or some things I want to see announced. Some things that weren't talked about before that are talked about now. So this is just my list. I'll do it very briefly, but I'll talk about each one, you know, in a little bit of detail. So highly unlikely, but I do want to see a Last of Us 2, some kind of at least teaser to The Last of Us 2, especially since Uncharted 4 is out now and is done, and they are finishing the Uncharted franchise altogether. It's to its conclusion. I want to see if they take this Last of Us IP and try to push this forward. And Uncharted 4, actually, funny enough, if you're playing the game, you see a kind of a teaser poster in one of the rooms in your house, and it looks like a... we don't want to call it a pregnant Ellie, but it looks like a female who is pregnant with a gas mask on. She does have reddish hair, I believe, or does she have a hood on? I don't remember, don't have the image in front of me, but it looks like a pregnant Ellie, but we don't know yet. And I'll have the image up on screen so you guys can check that out for yourself as well. Now, possibly a next Crash Bandicoot. Now, I know Activision owns the license to the Crash Bandicoot name, but Naughty Dog kind of gave a little push, a subtle hint to possibly the future of Crash Bandicoot, and if not the future, they definitely gave a great homage to that game and where Naughty Dog started. Or of course, you have to play Uncharted 4 to get what I'm talking about, and I don't want to talk about it anymore just for spoilers' sake. But be sure to check out Uncharted 4. It's in the probably the first hour. You'll get into what I'm talking about, so definitely check that out. But this makes me think: are they gonna talk about some kind of something Crash related? Possibly, maybe, hopefully. Looking forward to it, possibly. Microsoft, are they gonna tease the next Tomb Raider game? Is there gonna be a new Tomb Raider game coming out? I'm really looking forward to seeing the next Tomb Raider. Don't know what it would be about, don't know what it will be, but they did drop, actually, let me not, because they kind of set up, after Rise of the Tomb Raider, they set it up for more games. They kind of gave you a cliffhanger, so definitely looking forward to seeing some type of next Tomb Raider game announcement or some kind of details about that. Battlefield 1, obviously, I want to see how the gameplay looks, how the gameplay feels. Like I said, I'm trying to get my hands on it at the EA early off-site, you know, kind of press area, the EA access thing that they're doing, letting people get hands on. I really want to see, you know, what the next Battlefield game is going to look like, it's going to play like, it's going to feel like, it's going to sound like. I want to know about this next Battlefield 1 game because I'm really, really excited for that to be my next shooter. And then just a few other games. Dead Island 2, I want to see that some kind of news come from that. I want to see what direction they're taking that now that they get a new development studio working on it right now. And I don't want the game to be in limbo. And shout out to Brave in the comment section, always commenting something about Dead Island 2. I swear, this man is always on about it. I got you though, Brave. I'm working on something, Brave, but I really want to see where they're taking Dead Island now. I don't want Dead Island to be in limbo, but I don't want them to ruin it either. I want them to take what was done in the first one and then better it, you know what I'm saying? So, looking forward to seeing something about Dead Island 2. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is funny because I was never interested in a game like Deus Ex. I looked at it, was like, what is this shit? And then PlayStation Plus on PS3 actually had a gold release, and it was Deus Ex Human Revolution. Played through it, absolutely loved it. That is one of my favorite games as far as RPGs go, and being able to attack the game any way that you want to attack it. Like, you attack that like button, you thought I wasn't gonna do it? Dishonored 2 is another one of those games. I picked it up on release day. I stood in line at GameStop, picked it up on PlayStation 3, absolutely loved it, didn't know anything about it. The stealth gameplay is absolutely fun. Another game where you get freedom to do and attack the game however you want to. By the way, attack that. But you already know what it is. You already know what it is. Come on now. Final Fantasy 15, I want to see a lot more about this game. I want to learn a little bit more about Noctis, or just see how the gameplay is. There's been a lot of gameplay trailers and gameplay demos and releases and everything. We've got our hands on it, but I want to see a little bit more from that game. For Honor, another brutal, awesome game that I'm looking forward to. That is a Ubisoft title. It is a bloody combat, swords. I think there's Vikings, there's like Knights, and one other one, I'm missing it, but For Honor reminds me of Bushido Blade, where the melee combat is very focused and it has its own unique way that you fight and you finesse, get into fights, and you actually have to think and be very smart about the attacks that you make and what, you know, decisions you make while you're on the battlefield. For Honor is looking brutal, and I cannot wait to see more details about this game. I know it will be at E3. I just know it. It has to be. Horizon Zero Dawn is another one, PlayStation 4 exclusive. absolutely beautiful. The animations look awesome. The gameplay looks great. There's stealth mechanics. You know, you're kind of this early tribe of like survivors, kind of like cavemen type people, but you got your own tribes, you got your own language, and then there's all these like animals that are cybernetic animals. It's got a very interesting vibe to it, so I really want to see a lot more gameplay, specifically with exploration and combat within that game. But really looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn. Mafia 3, want to see more gameplay with that. Obviously, Mafia 3 looks absolutely brutal. If you don't know about Mafia 3, check that out. Go watch a trailer, go watch something. It's like you're against the Mafia in this third one. It's like some deep shit. Mass Effect Andromeda. If you're a Mass Effect fan, you already know you got to be excited for this one this year. You can this is one that will change lives. This game will not only sell consoles. This game will sell souls. People will sell their souls to play Mass Effect Andromeda. Me being one. No Man's Sky is another one that I'm really looking forward to seeing. And this has gotten flack because they're like, oh, you're just gonna fly around and like look around and there's shit and then you can like explore, but like how far can you explore? But like what else can you do? Like do you swim? Is it like Minecraft? I just want to see more to the game. I want to see more exploration. I want to see more. If there's story aspects to the game, I want to see that. But if not, I just want to see more. And the game is really talked about and really hyped up to be something big, and it's ambitious, especially with their random generated, you know, planets and whatnot. And you know, I just want to see more. I want to see more, and I'm going to get my hands on the game, but I need to see more. I need to see more. I don't understand why I like it, but I don't understand why I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Recore, which is an Xbox One exclusive, actually. Recore kind of had this really cool vibe with these orbs kind of going into different objects and like animating them, and it just looks very, very cool. If you missed out at last year's E3, I'm gonna have gameplay or the videos from the last year's E3 that I did up on the channel going in the background, so you'll see a lot of the games I'm talking about, just a lot of other games that were announced last year. But Recore was one of them that I was like pretty interested in. I was like, I'm gonna keep my eye out on that one. I'm watching you. Of course, Zelda Wii U. I was hyped about it for last year. It didn't come out last year. I was hyped about it for this year. It's probably not going to come out this year. Actually, it's not going to come out this year. It's been pushed to 2017. If I'm not mistaken, I'll correct myself if I am. But I want to see the Zelda Wii U /NX, because you never know. And if it's /NX, and NX is not going towards a gimmicky fucking motion control shit, and you actually have a controller in your hands for the NX, I will be happy. Praise to the Nintendo gods, man. Praise to Reggie Fils-Aimé, man. I'm really looking forward to that freaking Zelda, man. I cannot wait, and I've been waiting for so long. Titanfall 2. I never got to jump on the Titanfall bandwagon until way after the game was dead. I picked up the game for like $5 on like Amazon or something like that and tried it out. I didn't really play with online enemies. There weren't anybody online, but I was trying it out for myself, and it seemed like a pretty fun shooter, especially with the verticality. And not only that, you get to walk around in big-ass mechs. Like, the game looks awesome. So hopefully with Titanfall 2, they go towards a better, they market it better or give people what they want, because I guess they didn't give people what they wanted. Like online, it was like bots, and the story was mixed with online, kind of similar to how they did with like Brink, where the narrative was also mixed in with the online play. And I don't know. I don't know why they took that route, but I'm assuming what they're gonna go for this one is multiplayer and story. That's the ideal thing, I guess, would be for a game like this, because the multiplayer seemed pretty decent when I got my hands on it, and so it's sad to see that the game died and got as much flack as it did. So I'm looking forward to Titanfall 2, of course. And then lastly, before I get exhausted, because there's plenty of games I'm looking forward to trying out, playing, getting my hands on, impressions of things I want to try, you know, VR. I'll talk about VR in a second, but I really want to get my hands on some sort of VR tech to see it in real life and visually look through this fucking headset and see what the future of gaming is, or what everybody's calling the future of gaming. But finally, Ghost Recon Wildlands. Really looking forward to Ghost Recon. I'm gonna do another video on the channel talking about it as we get more information as it comes in. But Ghost Recon Wildlands looks to be a open world fun fest. It is a co-op multiplayer game where you can play with like up to 3 other friends, I think, so 4 player. But you're on this big island, this big open world. I don't know if it's an island or not, but you're in this big open world, and you get to actually go attack these different missions the way you want to. You can be stealthy. You got all these objectives. It's supposed to be dynamic. Things are supposed to be happening all the time. Look, as long as the open world's not empty, the shooting mechanics are on point, the co-op multiplayer is delicious, and the game is just engaging and provides a lot of hours of entertainment. That's it. I'm buying it. And lastly, like I said, the VR. I want to try some form of VR, whether it be a phone VR, whatever it is. I want to get my hands on it. I need to try out VR. I need these impressions because I want to see what people are calling the future of gaming. And of course, you will see all of this stuff that I'm talking about. I will talk about in my E3 coverage further down the road. Once I do end up going there, like I said, I'm going to go for interviews with devs, PR people, whoever I can get my hands on talking to, I'm going to talk to and make connections and relations with these people. But not only that, I will be vlogging as well, and I'll be doing some live streaming on like Periscope. I'll probably use Periscope if I can, which links like straight to Twitter, so you'll see it on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter if you are not. But yeah, I want to do some vlogging, make some vlog videos, just vlog from my phone. Which this iPhone, let me just say, this iPhone is better sometimes than my DSLR. So I'm going to be using my iPhone to vlog. And so there'll be vlogs, interviews, all types of extras, goodies. Like I said, live streams from Periscope whenever I can. I just want to be so engaged with you guys in this trip is because of this channel. So I'm going to give right back into the channel. But that's pretty much it. There's a lot to look forward to with E3, but then there's a lot to be underwhelmed about. Especially with a lot of people shifting, not even showing up to E3. Nintendo's doing like an online presentation. There's just so much that could have been great, and a lot of people are backing out. It seems like PAX is on the rise versus an E3, which E3 is an industry, and then PAX is where like big YouTubers go to like pretend like they're famous. But we're not gonna talk about that. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of MavAttack. Like I said, this is what I'm looking forward to E3. If you're looking forward to what I'm talking about, if I fucked up on information, or there's something you're looking forward to, there's something you want me to check out for you at E3 and cover, anything you're looking forward to, hit that comment section, man. The comment section been dry as shit lately. Hit that comment section, man. Shoot, I gotta bring rad comments back. Y'all need that? Get in there. Do it, man. But attack that like button if you guys enjoyed this episode of MavAttack. All you Mav stay rad, all you Mav stay fab, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of MavAttack, man. What the fuck? I was gonna do like a motorcycle thing and go like, man.
MavAttack, mom. What the fuck? I was gonna do like a motorcycle thing and go like, mom.